helped me. I had just gone through about a year prior to that, a pretty traumatic divorce after 15 years of marriage, and had done quite a bit of healing on my own, but hit a block and was really kind of struggling again and wasn't sure where to go from there. And so my boyfriend found Rachel and was looking into Reiki originally, and so he had about a 2-hour conversation with her initially and told me about it, and I just wasn't quite ready at that time. And so it wasn't until about a year after that that I contacted Rachel myself, because I had done even more healing on my own and again just hit a block and wasn't sure how to move forward. And so I myself had about a 2-hour phone conversation with Rachel at that point. So she was already about 4 hours in on my case alone. And through talking with her and her really getting to know me and where I was at and what would possibly help me moving forward, we decided to go ahead and go forward with her 8-week program. And the first thing I wanted to talk about, which I know usually probably isn't talked about, is the cost of the program. We were kind of in the smack dab in the middle of COVID at the time, and so when I talked to Rachel, she told me that since COVID was happening and a lot of people were kind of struggling, she was offering her program at whatever her clients felt was a fair price. And that alone, I think, was a huge factor in the experience that I had with the program, because I had to decide what I felt was fair, what I could do, what I felt comfortable with, and then also what would be fair to Rachel to support her art. And came up with a price. She was ready and willing, and I truly believe that because it's one of the first larger purchases that I made by myself since the divorce, I decided I was going to dedicate myself fully to the program and really be disciplined, because it was my own money. And I know that sounds bad, because probably we should respect that in any situation, but it was one of the first things that made me aware of the importance of what I was doing, and kind of, I think, just started everything off on the right path. So skip forward, Rachel was just amazing from the very get-go. She knew exactly how to hold me accountable, but also not judge me in any way through the whole process. The amount of materials, information, tools, meditations, just informational packets that she has put together were priceless throughout the entire process. I'll be honest, there were parts of it that were pretty intense. The program brought up a lot of deep-seated trauma, and kind of going through that and allowing myself to feel and release some of that trauma was intense, but I felt like I was equipped with exactly what I needed through the tools that Rachel has all set up in her program, ready to go from the get-go. And so it was just a really beautiful experience. I right away started meeting people and making connections and having all kinds of beautiful synchronicities happen all along the way. I think it was probably about halfway through the program that it really just kind of finally, just kind of hit me and catapulted me to a next level. I remember texting Rachel and telling her that I felt like I had just grown my own wings. And that was a really beautiful experience for me after the last couple of years. Well, relax and stop running. So it was just truly priceless. And then after that experience, it just kind of continued to gain momentum and, just further deepening of my healing and lots of amazing experiences. I've met so many people already that I've made connections with. I've never really felt like I fit in anywhere my whole life, and so to go through this experience and experience the deep level of healing that I have, and then to see how it's affected my life and all of the positive things that have come from it, I just really cannot recommend enough. I feel like I've gained a great support and friend in Rachel. We've connected on so many levels, and I'm just truly blessed to have her and to have gone through her program and to be where I'm at today. I kind of always felt like I was just on autopilot and trying to figure out what the purpose of life was and where I was supposed to be and what I was supposed to be doing. And through this experience, I have never been more excited about, where I'm at, what my purpose is, where I'm going to go from here, moving forward. And I am just so excited for the here and more excited than I've ever been about the future and more at peace and happier than I've ever been. And I just, again, couldn't recommend it enough. And I love you, Rachel. Thank you for everything. And that's it. Hope you have a good day. Bye.